Thank you for viewing this presentation on HP LoadRunner, a performance testing software application put out by Hewlett-Packard Corporation. During this presentation, we will take a look at the history of LoadRunner, its key features, its components, how it is used, and look at the possible return on investment for using LoadRunner. At the end of this presentation, I will also have a short review of LoadRunner by Testing Tools Review. For some background on LoadRunner, LoadRunner was originally developed by Mercury Interactive, who in 2000 released version 6. In 2006, Mercury Interactive was acquired by Hewlett-Packard Corporation, and Mercury LoadRunner became HP LoadRunner. Since 2006, HP has made continuous improvements to the software and has recently released version 12. LoadRunner has now become the top performance testing software on the market. Because of its reliability, scalability, and ease of use, LoadRunner is being used in transportation, healthcare, retail, finance, and entertainment, as well as educational institutions. Companies such as JetBlue and Virgin Media have used LoadRunner to improve their software testing, and we'll talk a little bit more about this farther into the presentation. So what are LoadRunner's key features? The first is interactive recording and scripting. A company can dramatically reduce the amount of time and skill required to script scenarios for testing. LoadRunner makes testing of Web 2.0 and mobile web applications faster, easier, and more comprehensive. It is a single testing tool. You can test a range of applications with just one tool, and this includes mobile apps, as well as apps using Ajax, Flex, HTML5, .NET, Java, GWT, Silverlight, SOAP, Citrix, and ERP. LoadRunner also supports legacy technologies. Mobile testing. You can test browser-based and native mobile applications using advanced network behavior and service virtualization. For cloud testing, you can run simple, elastic, and realistic tests from multiple geographies by scaling load testing in the cloud up and down to simulate the demands of business applications. You can integrate LoadRunner with your development tools. You can integrate performance testing into your development environment, including IDE, continuous integration, and build systems. Using LoadRunner, you can identify application performance bottlenecks by using non-intrusive, real-time performance monitors that leverage application layer and code layer data for root cause and analytics. LoadRunner is composed of 5 different components. Your first one is your script authoring. In script authoring, where the user can write scripts that will perform a multitude of tasks, including writing transaction records, checking balances, transferring funds, paying bills, and more. All of this is written in a C-style syntax. You can perform planning and controlling of load tests from a central computer console. You can generate loads simulating thousands of users, and with this you can replicate a real-world environment and even change scenarios on the fly. You can measure the test impact. You can see in real time how loads are affecting the different areas of your system, including your network, website, servers, and your database. Your analysis, diagnostics, and reporting can all be done from this one tool. You can analyze the testing in real time to find bottlenecks, see and diagnose issues while they are happening, save test data, and later generate reports of test sessions and their results. In this next slide, we have a screenshot of how all this works together. Again, you have a central computer console where you would perform all your work, including authoring scripts, generating loads, measuring your test impact of the different scenarios and their effect on your middle tier, your database. And you can also analyze, perform diagnostics, and do all your reporting from this one console. Your control UI is where the majority of your work will be performed. From here, you can control your virtual users through the scenario group pane, which is located in the upper left corner of the UI. You can also define the goals of your testing using the service level agreement pane, which is at the top right. This is also called your SLA pane. Using the scenario schedule pane, which is in the bottom left, you can set your load behavior. And finally, your interactive schedule graph will keep you informed as to what is happening at a particular time. You can view behaviors all through your testing process. The analysis window is also an important part of your control panel. From here, you can keep an eye on your current session using the Session Explorer, marked by number 1 on the screenshot. You can also check the properties of your current testing and make changes as needed. This would be done through the Properties window located on the bottom left and by the number 2. The tester can view a graphical analysis of the testing in the top right, where you have the graphs shown as average transaction response time and number 3. You also have other tabs that you can select where you can look at other areas such as hits per second, throughput, transaction summary. And finally, you can view data from a specific graph using the legend, which is in the bottom right and marked by the number 4. You can select and deselect graphs to view as many as you want or as few as you want, and you can also find additional information here concerning the graphs and the data that it's showing you. So is LoadRunner worth it? Well, LoadRunner is not inexpensive. However, there can be a significant return on investment when you consider increased tester productivity, shortened test cycles, which allows you to field your application sooner, and you can eliminate the cost of building and maintaining simulators, and this alone can run into thousands or even millions of dollars. An example here would be JetBlue and Virgin Media, which I mentioned earlier. JetBlue automated its applications testing processes and reduced its testing costs by 73%. Virgin Media deployed LoadRunner and reduced the number of high-priority projects by 80% through real-time visibility and better control of IT projects. But along with these three, you can also see a reduction in the number of technical support issues and eliminate unforeseen costs due to poor system performance. Again, we can visit JetBlue and see that after automating the testing process with LoadRunner, they were able to cut post-production failures by 80%, which means more uptime and more satisfied customers. Now, these next 5 slides, I present a review by Testing Tools Review. Now, I'm not going to touch on each individual point here, but I did want to show that there are independent reviews of LoadRunner available. The major areas that Testing Tools Review covered were setup and usage, costs involved, platform and tool architecture, scripting, behavior during high volume tests, version compatibility, feature update, protocol coverage, community and support, and finally reporting and results. If you would be interested in seeing more of this review, I would suggest that you go to Testing Tools Review website, which is at http://www.testingtoolsreview.com. You can also check out a blog by Scott Price, The Price is Right for LoadRunner. Again, I want to thank you for reviewing this presentation on HP LoadRunner, and would encourage anyone interested in finding out more on this software package to visit one of the links listed. I also want to thank HP Enterprises and Testing Tools Review for information presented here, as well as Scott Price for his blog, The Price is Right for LoadRunner. One additional note I wanted to make was HP does offer a try before you buy a program, or download, I should say, of LoadRunner that has no time limit on it. So if you wanted to try a LoadRunner, you can download this. It will allow you so many virtual users, and you can try it and see how you like it. Again, thank you, and have a good day.